Tried by fire.
Tried by fire.
Tried by fire.
Forged.
In the flames. All that life throws us, we turn into games.
Blessed by all.
Their impact on many.
Each should be celebrated.
Now, let's get to the skinny.
Hello, and welcome to Try by Fire, where I, Michelle Houston, will introduce you to my bestest friends. And I'm doing this because I have the most incredible best friends. I know I brag about them all the time, but I thought it was time that I proved it to you by introducing them to you. So I'm bringing them on one by one so that you can get to know them and enjoy some of our antics. But before I do that, I want to welcome you to my new podcast space.
Woo!
How fantastic is this?
It's beautiful,
right?
Beautiful, Michelle.
So this is a work in progress, and I'm so grateful. So shout out to Fawn Doster Law Group. Thank you so much, Fawn. I really, really appreciate it. Hey, and if you are admiring this delicious space, give us a call, because guess what? She's got rooms available for you too. We could be neighbors.
Oh, that's awesome.
All right. So Fawn, thank you. And on with the show. Okay, so here we go. My college best friend is here. Her name's Leticia Rodriguez, and she is right here.
I appreciate the rolling of the R's.
Thank
that
you.
Was awesome,
I practiced.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm trying to be authentic. Authentic.
Yeah, that is authentic.
Yes.
That is authentic.
Speaking of practicing,
Right.
I also had to practice. To me, when years ago, so many years ago, I had to practice. We had little nicknames for each other.
Oh, that's right.
Always,
Okay.
always, right? So I was honored to call her Letty, right? So I got a call about, 20 years ago.
When I grew up.
Yes. Okay, so she moved away. She got grown. She grew up. And I get a phone call, and I called her Letty, and she corrected me. She's like, Michelle, listen, I don't go by Letty anymore. I'm Leticia. And I was like, oh, okay. And it
So
kind
funny.
of like, and it's hard for me to do sometimes. There's sometimes when people make requests that I just override. I'm like, no, because I am so special. Yeah, you're going to let me call
You are so funny.
Letty. But I love you so much that I honored that. And I just want you to know that
Yes,
that was
you
like
did.
a choice. That I love and honor you, that you have been Leticia ever since.
Well, thank you very much for honoring the choice. But
Hey.
yeah, Letty just didn't fit anymore. I'm like, when you feel like you're grown or you're
She became a woman.
Well, I did.
Yes.
Everybody. That's
Yeah.
sweet.
She's
right.
professional.
True.
Yes.
But I don't know. I just felt like Letty was kind of a nickname, and that was like, it reminded me of like elementary and like high school. I know, no, it
But
did.
that's fair. That's fair.
But it did.
Yeah.
It did, right? So I wasn't really relating to that name anymore. But anyway, I'm so happy that you don't have a problem with calling me Leticia.
I mean, thank goodness. I'm glad I got that off my chest. I just want you to know that there was a moment.
Well, that is my given name, and
Yes. You're welcome,
Did
parents.
I never got it. We never got a nickname for you, right?
Well, no,
ever,
we just,
right? Michelle.
Yes.
Michelle is Michelle, right?
I mean, what else do you need?
And I don't know,
Right?
I don't know, but yeah. Anyway, so just
We have plenty nicknames for others.
But I'm sorry, I didn't know that was like you felt hurt about the fact that
it made me question why I wasn't the only person in your world
Oh,
that was
no.
allowed to call you Letty.
Oh no, everybody. I did that straight across the board. Everybody. I just decided that
I felt kind of special that I got to call you
did
Letty.
it. Oh, that's so cute.
But
Yeah.
that's okay.
But even my family members now, everybody mostly calls me Leticia. Yeah. And just to make her feel better.
Oh, good.
And just to make you feel, if
Oh,
anybody.
this podcast is about me.
I know. Oh, you're so cute. Okay, do we want to stop
Taking
talking
over.
about that?
Taking over.
Well, do we want to stop talking about that?
No, we don't. No, we're
Okay.
Oh, we can move on.
Yeah.
Yes. So anyway, I just wanted to let you know that I heard you and I honored you. And all right, so now you get to meet her. So I'm going to let you meet Leticia in a professional way. So right now, she is, well, I say right now, over the past 15 years.
Right.
She's been an esthetician to the stars, and she can elaborate on that, which she should, because I don't have the best memory, and to be able to regurgitate
no, you're
your
doing that's,
CV.
No. Well, that's perfectly fine.
It's extensive.
No, that's perfectly fine. You said it. I mean,
and I'll say crazy things like she was in Star Trek. She was in the jumpsuit. Well,
and like, oh, that's so cute.
I know.
But we'll talk about that later. Right?
All right. Well, right now is where you get. Okay, so tell them about you.
Well, I'm just. I mean, what do I say? Like, my name's Leticia. I'm been an esthetician for close to. Oh my God, over 15 years, close to 20 years, and worked on a lot of beautiful faces, some that you might have seen on TV. Also, let's see, started my, I guess my esthetician career in the medical side of things, always been like in the medical aesthetic side. Worked with plastic surgeons, some of them who you might have seen on TV. So that's a little bit about me. I've been doing skincare. I love skincare. I guess that's it. I moved to California, like in the mid 90s.
Oh my gosh!
I know I moved away.
She's one of the 5 best friends that moved to California. Meanwhile, everybody in California is moving to Texas, especially now. But no. This one and 4 of my other best friends went to California, and I was like, what the heck?
We left you
and
behind,
I'm the beach bunny. I'm the one that loves the beach, so shame on me. Maybe I need to hop a surfboard and get over there. But that was a tough year. I was like, no.
Oh, did you lose both of us? Like,
yeah.
Because it was, remember, it was the trifecta.
Erica,
right?
Meredith, Jackie.
Right. Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. Wow. So we left you all. But look.
I was abandoned.
What's really great
I've got
about...
issues. Where's the Kleenex? Okay. I've learned how to cry this year, so I'm like, where?
Oh,
okay.
Really?
Yeah. We're exploring feelings.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Okay.
And so we got to feel them all.
I know. When you talk about we, you mean you and your viewers, you and your guests, or...
okay.
You and your friends?
Me and royalty, I guess. It's just me. But I thought we were talking about it last night, where we were.
Yeah, we were. So last night we hung out together,
yes,
right?
Oh my gosh! It took her almost 24 hours to get here from Seattle.
God,
it was ridiculous.
Terrible.
We won't really go into it because I don't want to bring up
that.
We don't want to bubble up inside.
No, it took me 2 whole days to try to get over here with all the delays and stuff, and
it was crazy.
We won't talk about the airline.
Checking somebody else in.
I know.
Instead of her, somebody else had her flight.
Oh my God, it was terrible. Yeah, but anyway, nonetheless, I made it. Thank God.
Yes, you made it. So she made it. I don't know. Super fun. Fun. And then, of course, I already put her to work. Here's what happens. When Leticia comes into town, I tell my friends, I'm like, girls, and guys, get involved. Get on in here because she's got top grade star quality facials and skincare.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ooh, you're going to get in on this. And
yeah, I know. And I love coming here because, I mean, first of all, Michelle, you're such a social butterfly, and I love that. And, I mean, the way I started to do that
my gosh.
was I did a treatment on you.
Yes.
And then everybody wanted to know, what did you do? And
because her treatments are amazing. The results are dramatic. People are like, what
that's so sweet.
happened?
Oh, that's so sweet.
And
I try.
People do think I'm younger than I am. What? And it's honestly because of course, genetics.
So cute.
And Leticia.
Genetics.
Yes.
But this is a beautiful canvas that I get to work on.
Stop.
Right. It's true.
Birds of a feather. You're gorgeous. All right, so also, she just did. In fact, we are rushing along on this podcast because she already did 2 services this morning, and then we got to get back because
this one
she's
keeps me busy here.
I'm basically her agent.
I know.
So she gets into town, and I'm like, we got this. I'm her event coordinator.
And I just want to say thank you, and I'm so grateful. I am so grateful for your friendship, and I'm so grateful that you care so much, and I'm so grateful that you want to share what I do with others. Like, I love coming here, Michelle, because you make it so easy. I just basically have to show up, and this girl has my schedule down, and and it's just like, okay, we're done here now. We're going to go to this place. And I mean, you're just amazing. You've been just such a great and supportive friend, which I am just so grateful for your friendship, girlie.
Thank you. I love you very much. And
I love you too.
I'm grateful for your friendship.
That's so
and I just can't hog it. I cannot hog my best friends. And that's why
want to share
them with you, and then also my other friends, and they're like, look, get in on this action, so they can look young and beautiful as well. Yes. So.
Well, thank you, and thank you very much for all of the compliments.
All right.
Wow.
So you're probably asking yourself, viewers, how did they meet these wild and crazy, fine feathered friends?
Okay.
So
this is a great story.
I feel like Leticia should tell you her experience first, and then of course I'll chime in what it was like for me.
Oh, that's cute. Okay, great. All right, so we're going to take you back to our college days, right? We met at the UNT. Is it called UNT?
Yes, University of North Texas.
But it was called something else, right? Yeah, I know. That's hysterical.
We're mean and green, baby.
Yeah. Okay. So we met at the University of North Texas, right? At the bookstore. We were both working there. I just got hired. It was my first day. I was, what you typically do when you get to work, right? You want to go to the clock and clock in. So I was just minding my own business, clocking in. My back was towards Michelle, and I had super duper long hair, almost like to my waist, right? It was like super long and straight. That's how I was wearing it back then, right? So anyway, so I'm clocking in, and then all of a sudden I feel somebody grab my hair and just like tug it. And I was like, whoa, what's going on? Oh my God. And I turn around, and then Michelle looks at me, realizes that I'm not the person she thought I was. And then she starts laughing because she just pulled my hair. And I was like, and she's laughing? I'm like, instant friends. Instant friendship.
She's into it.
No, I know, right? That's so funny. That's so funny, but it couldn't be more.
Oh, I was mortified. I was mortified. Okay, so for me, here's how it all went down. One, let's hashtag self-brag.
Okay.
I was the student supervisor, so I was at an elevated position.
She was.
When the staff goes home, then I get to be in charge. I'm a big deal. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm a big deal. So I have a new employee coming in. I know I've got a new employee coming in. I was looking forward to greeting the said person. Okay,
wait a minute. So you knew that there could possibly be a new. Oh, that's interesting.
But I also think I know things, right? I don't know. Sometimes I think I know things. So
she always thinks she knows, and you do know things.
I do know some things, and then clearly,
and then you know what you don't.
And then God shows me, you know what? Maybe you just need to stop and think for a second. Okay, so so I breeze on into the break room, and one of my friends is punching in, little time clock punch, and so I don't even pull people's hair like as a rule. I don't even know what sassy little moment I was in.
Do that normally?
I don't think so.
Oh,
that's
crazy.
I don't think so.
That's crazy.
So anyway, I just thought I don't know. So I give this little hair a tug for my friend to then turn around and be like, hey. So I did. I tugged her hair, and she just whip around. And it was not my friend, which I can't even remember. In fact, we talked about it yesterday. I can't even remember this friend's name. So sorry about
who I thought it was.
But guess what? You didn't get your hair tugged, so lucky day for you. So she whips around. It is not my friend yet. And I was like, oh my gosh. And then
like, you started laughing.
I have a nervous laugh. So whenever.
Which I love. Thank you.
When I've done something or if I'm in trouble, then I start to laugh.
Me
nervous
too.
Energy.
And that's what we have in common.
So we started laughing.
Totally.
And then I introduced myself.
Yes.
And I was like, hey. So thank goodness I was in charge. That way it wasn't in my HR file. Or,
I know, right?
Right? But it never happened.
Oh, come on.
Yes.
No.
So instant best friend. You know how to do instant best friends, right? Why?
And we hung out didn't we hang out that day?
Sure we did.
Was that, I feel like, this is what I remember. I feel like we laughed about it. And the entire time I was working, we'd look at each other and start laughing about the pulling of the hair. But I feel like we hung out later. I think I went over to your place, met your roommate, TC.
Yes.
Right? And then you made me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
Look at all my domestic skills. Even even back then.
I know. Oh, yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
that's
how
what,
sweet
and
of
it
me.
was like peanut butter and jelly, check. She checked that box for me. The nervous laughter, I'm like, oh my God, we have something in common. She checked that box. I mean, instant friendship.
And then we must have talked about dancing.
And like,
because it couldn't have been like 3 seconds later that we then every week were on a dance floor. At least once. For reasons we will tell you. But probably 3 or 4. I don't know. We were dancing a lot.
Yeah, we were. That's another thing we had in common.
Yes, so we
because we both went, took dancing lessons and we performed and we talked about the different performances that we had.
We are performers.
Yeah, we
yes.
well we will never stop performing.
Menudo.
And like, oh God,
we don't talk about
funny.
that?
No,
I
we
mean,
can talk
do.
about that. We can absolutely talk about that. Yeah, because I was in dancing.
Oh.
Well, look at that. Oh my God, this is the Menudo
Is this
ghost.
better?
This is the Menudo ghost.
We have so many ghosts.
We do?
In
oh my God.
Remember Jane?
Oh my God, that's another thing. Oops.
This just
and
in.
then and yeah.
And then there was light.
And then there was light.
Okay. So excellent. All right. So
wow, so that's a lead into a lead in. Okay, well, let's see. So
ghosts or dancing?
And like,
Ooh, what do y'all want to hear about first?
I
Probably
say
dancing.
Ghosts.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Guess wins.
We're a little rusty.
Guess wins. Okay. So you
Guess
said
what?
dancing.
I would. Oh, I did say dancing. I thought I said ghosts. No, ghosts, girl.
Okay, ghosts. Okay.
We have
We're
so
gonna talk
many
about
stories.
ghosts.
I know. Hopefully this makes sense. We're all over the map. But that's just us. That's the way our
Keep up,
brain
people.
works, right?
Yeah. You're
Keep
in
up.
or you're out.
You're so funny. Oh, just keep up. Anyway, yeah. So should we talk about the ghost stories?
Yes.
Okay.
You're teasing them right now.
Oh my goodness.
Told
yeah.
you.
I know. And there was more than one ghost.
Yes,
right?
I know.
What if that's the ghost like visiting us here?
Well, I mean,
interesting, right?
We're fun to be around.
Oh,
dead or alive.
I know. Oh God, that's crazy.
I know.
But yeah.
Let's talk about Jane's at that apartment. Let's talk about
Jane?
that one.
Jane's I'm
not
sorry.
Jane. We're not going to talk about Jane.
No,
But remember the ghost at Jane's, and we had to sage the place.
Oh my God, yes. Okay, well, this is the apartment that I was I was sharing with 2 other girls, Ellie and Jane, and the apartment was haunted. Something was in there. She saw it. You saw it, right? Oh God, it was so crazy. There was this day where. Let's see. One of the girls was misbehaving. I can't remember which one it was, but we were.
Roommates.
I know. I know the roommate thing. Anyway, so we were having a conversation about it, and you happened to be there, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, and so what I remember is as we were expressing ourselves, let's just say that, regarding whatever the little tidbit, what little tiff or whatever that was going on, all of a sudden we felt this wind.
It was cold.
Yeah.
It was a cold,
but it was a wind.
Yes,
it was like a wind, and then
chilling.
there's a white cloud that we saw. The cloud went through because the living room, it was an
vapor.
open. Yeah, and it was like an open. What do you call it when the kitchen is open? An open, and it kind of like blends into the living room. What is that called? It's like an open kitchen space. Yeah, like that. Okay, yeah. And there was a because we heard the knocking. Remember? So, and it knocked right at the bar area, right?
Yes.
So we saw this white.
Well, that, of course, our ghost is a drunk.
And
hey! They're like, hey, get the wine.
Oh, you're so funny. Well, maybe that's what it was saying.
Yeah.
Hey, this conversation
yes.
would be better with some wine.
Yes.
Maybe.
Yes.
Maybe that's what he was trying to say.
We have a hostess ghost.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's hysterical. Yeah. But we all saw it. Everybody that was there. Right? Okay.
Yes.
So it wasn't just me. We all saw it. It was that little cloud of white, like smoke, it looked like, right? And then as it was crossing the bar, it knocked a couple of times, and then it opened the door and it went out the door. Mm-hmm. So till this day, we're just like,
what the hell?
I tell that story. Yeah. In fact, I just recently told that story to a friend of mine whose boyfriend doesn't really believe in this kind of stuff, and like, it's not, that just makes, you can't prove it. And I'm like, well, I can't prove it, but there were other people there. I'm like, so what do we all have, like, you know what I mean? Do we all have, anyway, so, but yeah, that happened.
I know.
That totally happened to us. Mm-hmm. And now, did we find out later that something happened in that apartment complex, or am I don't know.
I don't know. We had to, I don't know.
Yeah, there was like, There was some
I just
drama there,
remember
right?
that we saged it. We brought somebody in.
Okay, so the Ellie's mother, I know. Ellie's mother came over with like the sage, and she was like, she's the one that taught me how to sage my
Yeah,
place.
it was the
like,
first time I had seen that ever done.
Me either. I had no clue. And she told me you've got to go like to every single corner of the house and you say the prayer, right? And then with the sage, you light the sage, and the sage is like basically lit the entire time, right? And then you do the sign of the cross at every single corner.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh my God.
Ghost gone.
Ghost never came back.
That's right.
And you're
Bye,
totally
ghost.
right, except for
Right.
just now.
I mean,
Was that?
It could be a different one.
It could.
Oh my gosh! I just got the creeps. Okay, so
God.
this building. Hi, Fawn. This building is an old hospital. And we have heard that it's haunted, and it's new for me. This is the first time being in this space and actually conducting a meeting.
A podcast?
A podcast.
Oh, this is our
and
first.
So, yeah.
Well, no
so
wonder
maybe there'll
they
be
would.
more. They're like,
maybe
well, they gotta check it out. They're like, what's
Yeah, I know.
happening here? What's happening? Oh, or maybe these look like operation lights.
Oh,
I don't know.
totally.
Did they have them back then? I don't
Oh,
know.
well,
Who knows?
I don't know.
Who knows? I do not know
that
my
is
history.
so interesting.
But, yeah,
well,
what's
I
that?
definitely feel that maybe sometimes, you and I can cause that type of a vibe, right?
We're very energetic.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, exactly. Everything is energy, right? So I wonder, but you're right. I just thought about something else, that they're probably wondering, like, okay, Sundays, we usually have Sundays off. Like, what's going on in this room?
Yeah. What's happening?
Right. Oh my God.
The party is here.
That party is definitely here.
Yes. I love that.
I know.
I love that. All right, so there's that. Who knows if you believe or not? Feel free to chime in and send us an email or comment on our podcast.
And like, we've got more ghost stories, but we'll like leave that for like,
Yes.
you want to, right? Like,
Yes.
we can't tell all of them.
And
but
you know what? Personally speaking, mortal ghost, go ahead and subscribe, because I need all the subscribers I can
Subscribe.
get. And I think I'm like at 45, so I could really use your help. I'd really appreciate it. Give a girl a solid. Go ahead and subscribe, please and thank you. All right,
Awesome.
now on to our other story. So, the dance floor, deviate. Or detour.
Detour.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
You just said deviate. I thought you were going to say deviance.
Oh,
Yeah,
well.
no.
Nah.
That's another club. That's another night.
Well, yes. We were pretty wholesome. We were wholesome. We just...
Yeah, we were. You're totally right.
Yeah, we dressed sexy, but
it
we
was
so
like,
behaved.
we were such teasers.
We
We were totally teasers, weren't we?
We just like to dance.
Yeah,
We're
did.
like, we don't have time. We gotta dance.
I know.
This is our dance time.
Yeah, I know. And
Yes.
we cared more about like our outfits, right?
Well, yeah.
Than like, you
We
know
still
what I mean?
do.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's sometimes.
You have no
sometimes
idea how long it took us to get to filming this, because we had to perfect our look. And it's freezing outside, so it's freezing.
It's cold.
So cold, and like I said, she just got in late last night.
I know.
And
then we stayed up late.
talking till like 3, talking and eating, and then up early this morning, clean, servicing. So so it was a scramble to look presentable for our public.
So do we keep telling
Mainly
the,
for ourselves.
I know. Well, it's so funny. Do we keep telling the detour story?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, go.
You
Go
want
ahead.
me to tell it?
Yeah, you tell
okay.
it, please.
So every Wednesday, we had a date with each other, a mission, if you will, to go to Detour, which was in Dallas. So Denton to Dallas is at least a 30-minute drive.
Exactly.
Yes.
On a school night.
Rain
or shine.
Rain or shine. I was going to say snow, because it's that cold.
Yeah.
Rain or shine. And our mission, you ask? Well, it's ladies' night, and there's a balloon drop. Inside these balloons was cash. And guess what? We would put on our tallest heels.
Exactly. Our highest platforms.
Yes. And at some point in the evening, a little bit later on, they clear the dance floor, and then they're like, all the ladies. This is so early 90s.
Yeah, totally.
All the ladies. Oh, I just lost my earring.
Oopsies.
Sorry. And ladies would throw down. Like, there would be.
Oh, yeah.
There would be.
I got
lose your
some
earrings.
elbows and stuff like that.
It was aggressive.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was. But Michelle and I got smart. I mean, she's already super tall. So I always would like to stand next to her. But we would seek out. So during the night, the balloons are are up in the ceiling, and you're like,
they're in a net.
A guy they will buy you a drink, and then you got to dance with them, right? So, like, we're dancing, but not only are we dancing, we're moving around a lot because we're trying to find the 50s and the 20s.
Yeah. So you look, you look in the balloon, you could kind of see. Oh, we were so clever.
And that's where the whole night we were that's where we wanted to like stay and dance. Right?
Yes. So we would scout it out. We'd be dancing.
Absolutely.
We'd see it, and then we would just stay right there under that balloon. And then they'd clear it,
right,
bring us back on.
And we already knew where we needed to stand because they would put the 50s and the 20s in a certain area, right? And we knew we had to like fight for those because we didn't want we didn't care about the 1s or the 5s or the 10s. I mean, that's like
grocery
we were
money,
there to,
like for real.
Exactly.
We went there for our grocery money.
Totally. I know that was so fun, right? That was our thing. We went there for.
We were struggling students for
real.
Oh
my God, yeah. It was real. Mm-hmm. It was real. Remember
but we were so good at it.
Yeah, I know. Oh my God.
We always came home with the cash.
I know. That's right. That's right.
Did.
We would pair up, and I mean that's the way we really thought that out really thoroughly.
Did.
Yeah, and we were able to. But do you remember that? I just remembered this other story. Remember when we were at the grocery store, and I forget which one it was. Was it?
It's like Can Save. It was Super Save.
Oh, was it Super? It was one of those. Okay, so it wasn't an HEB, right? No, it wasn't. Okay, it was
wasn't that fancy. Are you kidding?
Okay, I know, right? Okay, remember when the electricity went out?
Oh, we were at the grocery store.
Yes.
Can you imagine? Okay, and maybe you can now because we've had some electricity problems lately. But
this is Denton. Yeah.
But this was Denton, and this was 30 years ago, and we were in the grocery store
or something. I forget.
I don't even know.
But the electricity went
out in the grocery store,
and we were like, oh my God. They're not even like tallying anything. They don't even like. I mean, nowadays they would be.
Are we going to get pulled for theft?
No, I know, right? Well,
it doesn't even exist anymore.
No, so the oh my God, which is so funny. The checker, the person that was checking this out,
it's like Price is Right.
Yeah, she was just like looking at stuff, and she would be like, "Okay, all of this, okay, $20."
It's like a garage sale.
Totally.
Oh, okay.
It totally was like a garage sale. Yeah. Oh my God, it was so funny.
$25.
So I kind of look at Michelle, and
we're like, "Go back in."
And we're like, "Do we need anything else?"
Yes,
like,
we forgot something.
I know, and we went back.
It was
some
fantastic.
More stuff in our cart. Yeah, came back. Oh my God, that was. We had
really
desperate.
Good luck, but we did have good luck. We still do.
You know what? We totally do.
Yes,
we do because we're so positive always.
Well,
right?
we're positive, but we get challenged. We have opportunities.
Yeah.
we face some challenges, but we laugh through it, right?
Right. We do.
We have some grit. And we
power
through.
I feel like we haven't had that many, you and I. Like
That's
we
true.
haven't had like a big old fight or anything.
Oh, me and you?
Yeah,
we haven't fought at all.
No, which is interesting. I think that's interesting.
It's fantastic.
Well, no, it is. It is. But I
try
really
not to fight with my friends.
And like. I know that's true, but sometimes
people
misbehave.
Yeah, okay, misbehaving and misunderstandings is of course number one in communication. Misunderstandings.
Totally.
So
totally. But for the most part, I feel like you and I are super aligned. Like, and I mean, I hold so much respect for you, and I don't feel like I mean, I don't know everything, but I just try to be as kind as possible, but I hold a lot of respect for you. And it's amazing. And I've said this before, Michelle, but it's been amazing watching you, because we've known each other for so long, but watching you grow, also turn into a woman and a mother.
Yes.
And like, I know I've said this before, that you're just incredibly amazing to be able to have a full-time job and then still raise children. That's so difficult.
Well, we do our best.
Yeah,
right.
Well, but
there's challenges.
Yeah,
there,
but you make it seem like it's
always pretty. But
well,
but I have been very blessed. My children are fantastic.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, because you started them early. Whatever magic psychology.
It took a village. Because I had Camille, I was a single mother with Camille, and it was my best friends that helped raise her. I mean, honestly, Shelly, Erica, you. I mean, we had a tribe.
Right.
It was a young tribe.
Wow.
Yeah. So I leaned in.
And I
leaned into my friends.
Oh, that's so funny. See, I've never felt like it was a lean. Like this is what we love to do. We love to get together and then talk about whatever issue somebody's having, and then just, offer whatever I don't want to say advice, but whatever information we have based on our experience, right?
Right.
So, because it's difficult sometimes when you're in the situation to kind of see, see the situation with different goggles, if you will, or the different aspects
Lenses.
of it. Yeah, and I think sometimes like getting those different opinions for people just helps you come to a decision of how you're going to handle.
Well, sometimes
the
you have to
situation,
check
right?
yourself, right? You're
And
like,
like-
I'm thinking this, I'm thinking about this approach, or and then it's nice to bounce something off
Of someone
somebody you
else.
trust and you
there we go.
love, and yes, yeah, because parenthood is a guessing game because all the kids are different, no matter what. Like my all three of them, completely different, and you just don't know. So what works for one doesn't necessarily work for the other. Mostly does not.
Oh,
so
wow.
yeah,
Wow,
so
okay.
you guessing, you trying it.
But Michelle,
trying
you
it.
just make it look so easy. I know, but
What?
you do. But you really do. No,
Okay.
you
Thank
really,
you.
really do.
I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Oh, that's
Thank
so
you.
sweet. And I
Yes.
know I've said this to you before. I've said it before because I'm just in awe of like, how does she do it? Because I know, dude, kids are hard. So I don't even know. I just think, Superwoman.
You know what? It's just it's
Superwoman.
love.
Superwoman.
Okay, I am surrounded by superwomen, and there are so many more that I haven't met yet that are out there. So just keep on loving each other, taking care of each other, supporting each other. That's my advice.
important.
And if you don't know, then research.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
if you don't
right.
know, somebody ask. Don't be ashamed.
To talk about stuff.
Yes,
or
and your
bring things
feelings,
up.
and we all feel like we could have done stuff better, and that's just normal. And then we just learn. We just learn.
Well,
as
yeah,
we
and
go
like
along.
you can always
along.
keep improving yourself, right? So
Yeah,
I
hope
think
so.
it really helps when you discuss things that you're having issues with or problems with other people. It's really, I think, good to try to hear everybody's take on it. You know what I mean? Like, and you're not just getting their take on it. A lot of the times you're getting like the prior, what am I trying to say? The prior generation, because, we kind of learn a lot of that stuff with, from our parents and whatnot. But it also
if we
makes
listen
you be
to
more,
them.
yeah.
That's the thing, right? Your
Well,
parents
here's
show
the,
you stuff.
I know, but
and
here's the
then-
thing. But this is so funny. Yeah. Okay, so when you're young, your parents are constantly telling you stuff. I almost say stuff.
Oh, we're keeping it PG.
Yeah, we are going to keep it PG, right? Are we?
We're gonna
I don't know.
try.
Okay. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe, right?
Oh, that's sweet. Okay, we're gonna PG and plug at the same time.
Anyway, but yeah, we're just like, so like, we don't want to hear it, deny, like, don't get in their information, don't get in there. But what happens is when you get older is
You become your parent.
you just, because that's what you know. That's what's comfortable.
Yeah,
and
those
that's
words
what you
are
know.
programmed in there.
Totally, they get in there.
And
your
some are
subconscious-
fantastic, and some
I
just
know.
need a little tweaking. That's
I
fine.
know.
Okay, speaking of all this great advice we're giving, there is
Right.
a portion in our podcast
Oh.
called Houston, Here's My Problem.
Oh my God.
So, and we have reached that part. We probably,
That is
we are
awesome.
talkers.
I know we are.
Well, this might be a little longer podcast. All right, so pick
anyway,
a question.
well, tell me about Houston. Here's my problem. So what's going on here?
Oh, okay, yes. Is my lose my earring again?
And like,
All right, what the
oh,
heck?
that's okay. Once
All right,
we
we're gonna throw down.
Yeah, it's the ghost.
Okay, so Houston, here's my problem. Here's
Uh-huh.
my problem is where viewers and friends
Mm-hmm.
have in advance submitted some questions,
Oh.
and we will provide answers.
Oh, wow.
Best we can.
Oh, that's
I mean,
so cool.
really, it's just our opinions. So
Okay,
here we go.
answers, advice, experience.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. And so I get to pick one of these
Yeah. You
lovely
get to
questions.
pick.
Okay.
I mean-
well, here we go. Ooh.
Oh,
that's the one that wanted to come out.
Okay,
That's
okay.
it. Maybe the ghost picked this one.
Probably.
Right. Oh, and it's backwards.
It's upside down.
So do I read the question or do you read it?
Yeah, you can read it.
Okay. So it says, what would you tell your 20-year-old self if you could go back and give her advice? Oh my goodness. That's
a good question.
I know. God, I would tell her so much. I guess right now, because we were in talking about the parent thing or whatever, I guess what I would tell my 20-year-old self is to, and this will help you get resolved with your parents quicker, is to realize a little bit sooner or quicker, have an open heart, your parents are just people too. They're not perfect, they're going to make mistakes. Like there's no right answers too, which is so interesting. There's not like there's advice, parenting books and stuff, but for life, and especially this life when we have different things coming at us at all times, right? So like, just be kinder. Just try to be kinder. Try to be more empathetic.
You would tell yourself to be kinder?
I
your
would.
20-year-old
well,
self? You were pretty
listen,
nice.
Okay, my 20...
kinder to your parents?
Well, yeah, I was great.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
yeah. Well, hold on a second. Maybe I do want to rewind that. Yeah, because as soon as I left college and I was on my own or by myself, I started to watch the news a little bit more, and I started to realize, no wonder my dad's freaking out. No wonder my dad doesn't want me to go out at night. No wonder he doesn't, all of these things. No wonder they're so strict, because these things can happen, right? And so that made me forgive him, right? Because I had a really strict father, right?
Yes,
and then
she did.
The same thing with my mother. It's like, just being alone and, by yourself and stuff, like you just kind of realize, oh, well, they're just people too. It's so funny that when you're like young, you just don't see that, almost like you don't separate, but that's totally normal. It's like
they're
ego
just trying to keep
and
you
all that
alive.
stuff. I know. And my parents, we didn't have a lot, but boy, my father was such a provider. We had a roof over our heads but yeah, I feel like, God, I don't know if that's part of it. That's part of something I would tell my 20-year-old self, right? And then maybe just be better with money. Be better with money, right? Because I didn't get the money conversation from my parents. Hell, I didn't even get the sex conversation with my parents. Or my mom. Yeah, I did not get that.
I gotta ask if you have questions, but how are you gonna do that when you're shy? So you and your friends just like make up your own theories, and then you Mad Lib it, and you we had
funny.
Mad Libs, and then we would just put all the naughty words that we knew.
Oh, that is so funny.
Yes,
that's so funny.
Okay.
You laughed about it.
We did not know. Yes. Yeah, we don't know. We don't know. Honestly, I figured it out. I had 3 kids.
I want you to. Don't you get to answer this question?
Okay.
Or,
I'll answer.
Okay.
My 20-year-old self. That's tricky, but it's interesting that you, because immediately, parenthood jumped into my mind too. Mm-hmm. My mother gave me advice, basically my whole life, that I did not follow, and yes, and it's. You just don't want to listen.
But did you do the opposite of that? Did you do the opposite?
Yes, of course I did.
Oh, wow.
And I don't know why we don't heed their warnings, their experience.
I know, we just don't want to hear it.
They lived through so many things, and they got burned by them, and yet...
And they're just trying to protect you.
I plunged in.
To do the opposite?
Yes. Like, don't do this. And I was like, oh. And I was like, what? Are you okay? And I thought I had my own. I had my own theories, or I'm a different person, or whatever. So I guess I would said, can you at least just try to think about what your parents said and your mother said, and because there might be something to it. Just be a little more open-minded with your parents. Like, I would listen to a friend all day long, but why wasn't I heeding advice from
that's so funny.
The person who loves me the most? Yes. All right, there's that.
I know, that's so interesting.
All right. Oh, we probably don't have time for another question, but we're going to do one just in case.
And then maybe you can just...
All right, here we go.
Slim it down.
Oh, okay. How do you maintain your long-distance friendship?
Love that question.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Okay. I'll go first.
Okay.
Unless you want to go first.
No.
Okay.
Please.
For me... Because I do have a lot of long distance friends, because they all left me and went to California.
But she's not hurt.
No,
she's not hurt about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna lay down on this couch. Somebody talk to me. So, for me, and this is how you really know you have a best friend, that there's no guilt. Like, they go, even though I know I act like I'm giving them a hard time, but as soon as they come back, as soon as Leticia came back last night, and we haven't seen each other since 2019, it was like we hadn't missed a beat.
Right, we just
it was like I just saw her yesterday. I mean, now I did, but it's like I just seen her, and we're like, okay, how's this? And that's how we do it. And there's love, and I know at any point, I could call her, and I have, and she's there, and vice versa.
Yeah.
So you trust that they love you and you love them, and that they're there if you need them, and you just know it's right when they come back, and nothing has changed, and the love is still there, and the bond is still there. It's motion censored.
Oh,
we know it's not a ghost. We know it's motion censored.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, you might not have known. Okay.
No, I did not. Oopsies.
Oh, I set
okay.
her up. We have.
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
another feature in this beautiful law office where you too can rent some space. Motion censored. Okay.
Awesome. Perfect.
Are we sitting that
You know
still?
this-
We're like pedigree.
Yeah. Well, because we're, we want to give them, right?
Yes.
We don't want to give them our shoulder or back or whatever.
Oh, we don't.
We want to keep everybody
cold shoulder you.
involved, right? I know.
Okay, so guess what? I try to keep these to 30 minutes. So what is fantastic for you to know is that I bring in my best friends, and then we do more. Like, you will see Leticia again, because you're going to create a relationship with her not just like I did, but I will share her with you over and over again as much as I can, so that you can hear additional stories and get to know us better. But
And this is the way Michelle is kindly asking me to please come back.
Clever.
So
I'm
cute.
like, oh, we got to record them on.
Flattery gets you everything, right?
Yes.
She's so sweet.
All right, so thank you for being here. Yes. So,
That is so cute.
You are part of my
What is
tribe.
this? What is
All right, well, you
this?
open that up.
Oh, that's so
this
sweet,
is
Michelle.
something that I had commissioned by my friend
Oh,
Diane,
that's so cute.
who has a company called Dancing with Dandelions.
Oh.
Yes, and she just launched her website.
Oh, did she? Mm-hmm. Okay, let me see.
So,
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Dancing with dandelions.
Dandelions.
Let's see. Let's open this. Oh, how cute.
Opening.
Okay, we are opening. Hold on a second. Yeah. All right. So what's in here? What did you do, Michelle? Oh my goodness. How cute.
Oh, something fabulous.
I know. Okay. There's a little special note for me here.
Yes.
And should I read it, or what do we do?
You can read it privately.
Okay.
So it's in
Okay.
the spirit
Aw,
of
thank you.
speeding up.
I know, right? Okay. And then let's get to the good stuff.
I'm like, let's
What's
go.
like, oh, we got me some pearls.
Okay, so these are fire pearls. Try by fire.
interesting. Oh my goodness.
And this is actually in Braille,
Oh wow.
which is actually in SOS says try by fire.
Oh, does it? Oh my God, that's so cute, Michelle.
So-
How
so,
special, doll.
Only my guests on this podcast have that necklace. Yeah, so welcome to the tribe.
Oh my God, I feel
You've
so
already been part of the
special.
tribe.
Yeah, oh my God,
Yeah.
thank you, doll.
I
Thank
love you so
Well,
much.
I actually also have something for you.
What?
Well, it's sitting in the table over there.
Oh, you want me? Okay.
Oh my God, I know you're closer to it. Is that okay?
What,
I
your
think-
lipstick?
No.
This?
Yes. Did you take
Is this
a look
one of
at
your
it?
lotions and potions?
This is my
I
new
didn't take a look at
creation.
it.
Thank you
Okay.
so much. I will treasure this. It's so special and so sweet.
Well,
And-
so are you.
So nice. I'm so proud of it.
Thank you. That
we
is
haven't launched it yet, but
Tremendous.
I'm
But I can
absolutely-
have it?
Oh yeah, I'm
My
totally.
girl lady wear a turtleneck.
I'm totally
Thank
gifting that to
you.
you. Oh my
I
God, you're
love you.
welcome, doll. You're welcome.
Yay, that's why
So
you
happy.
friend up, ladies and gentlemen, because you get treats that are super special and exclusive.
How exciting! Oh my God.
All right, I just want to thank you very much for tuning in and for meeting Leticia. And isn't she incredible?
You're so
I
sweet.
am so
Isn't
blessed.
she incredible?
Thank you. I am so blessed, and I am honored that you spent the time here with us. So look forward to getting to know you better by subscribing and chiming
Subscribe.
in. Comment below.
Subscribe,
All that.
yeah. Yeah, I know.
Someone's a dance
I know,
move.
I know.
Yeah. We'll work. We'll maybe next
I
time.
know.
Next time we might dance.
I know. And then
All right.
pretty soon this will be out in the market, and then I'll have to come back and talk to you about it and see. You know,
All right,
so everybody
launch.
knows. I know, right? So everybody.
Oh, maybe
knows
we'll
where
do
to
a
get it.
drawing, and then some viewers.
Oh,
can
that would
get,
be great.
That's
That's an awesome idea.
Thank
yes.
you. Sometimes.
Totally in. Totally
Sometimes.
in. Sometimes. All the time.
Okay.
All
okay.
the time.
Oh, you flatter me.
Okay.
Okay. So thank you very much for joining us. Don't
For
forget
tuning
to
in.
Tuning
Right.
in. Don't forget to subscribe. And you know what? Go spend some time with your bestie. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.